right. I am on the way to the gym. It is 7:47 a.m. Gonna get a nice little Saturday morning leg day. Today's hamstring focused. Um, this is the fifth day of this week's for the workout. So I don't know if you guys followed my other videos, but I originally worked out 4 times a week, and I decided to add an extra chest and back day, which was yesterday. And I was honestly really happy with it. It felt super good. Uh, Now I feel like my workout's more complete and that I'm not leaving anything in the tank, meaning like I got to use everything I got to keep growing my muscles. So I'm really happy with that. Yeah, this is actually the first time recording in the morning, heading to the gym. Feel pretty good. I slept around like 11:30 and I set my alarm at 7. I said, it's Saturday. Let me rest a little bit more, but I guess I didn't get the full 6 hours sleep and I naturally woke up around like 6:10. So I got up a little bit earlier, feels great. And then I had some breakfast and yeah, now we're on our way. Um, yeah, I was never really a morning person. I always was able to sleep in and I would always train, give or take maybe 10 or 11. I used to train back in the day, like a few years back, around like 4 or 5 p.m. Because that's usually when I got off work, when I worked corporate. But for the past 3 years, I've been working for myself. I'm a freelance videographer, so mainly I do weddings, but I also do a lot of just anything video related um, with my camera. So yeah, it's been pretty good. But yeah, it's been a journey for me because I got back from Colombia. My wife's Colombian, and I got back January 13th, and it's been pretty much 3 weeks. Eventually, it's about to hit a full month, but ever since I got back, I've been waking up at 6 a.m. pretty much almost every day. Um, Not having to show up for a job because that's something that I think is pretty cool, um, or just honorable for myself, I would say, is because like if you think about it, a lot of people wake up and show up for something else other than themselves. Well, meaning like everyone wakes up because they have to go to work, or everyone has to wake up because they have to go to school. And people don't wake up because they actually want to wake up early and set a standard for themselves, right? Because we let, our environment choose and dictate how we live our schedule. So I'm just at least feeling a sense of pride in what I'm doing, where it's like I don't have to wake up at 6 in the morning. I literally could just get up at 10, hang out a little bit, scroll on social media, and go work out. And I'll probably have just as good of a session, but I'm going to have less time after to be able to do the things that I want to do. And so far, I've been feeling a lot more productive and getting a lot of stuff done, which some of my work is to finish up editing wedding films from last year and pretty much close to finishing that. And then also just starting new passion projects, things like this, where, I mean, I don't think this requires too much effort, but it's a nice little standard that I'm doing for myself where I'm just, vlogging this as my gym diary. And, I see everyone's doing it now. I can see it on YouTube. Random accounts will show up on my recommended where they're doing the same kind of like Sam Solik style. And, I think shout out to Sam Solik because he's inspired millions of young men, girls too, if there's any girls in the followings, um, to pretty much like vlog, why not? And also just train hard. So I think he sets a really good standard as to just, being very organic and authentic, and I love that about him. Um, so I'm doing the same, but I'm just doing this more for a gym diary. I can care less about the followers, but also I'm having fun experimenting with this because it's really just adding more random ideas for myself to create random videos. And, I plan on doing something interesting with like the gym vlog stuff where it's like, how could I do something similar to Sam Solik, but also create a different version of mine that is different. And so I'm planning on utilizing my gifts of um, turning this vlog thing into something like a cinematic vlog. And I don't really see anyone doing cinematic vlogs, more just copy and paste Sam Solik style, which I'm not sure if that's going to really intrigue a lot of people because, over time, when someone sets that trend, everyone follows, and then eventually no one's really interested, because people who start something new are always going to get the benefits of a new audience, a new community who are inspired by this new thing because it's just different. And Sam Solik changed the game for that. So in a way, it's not like my goal is, oh, I want to change and be recognized as this, new form of vlogging or something like that. But I want to do it in a way that's fun and different in my own way. And yeah, I'm going to see how it's going to come out to be because I plan on almost like, I mean, it's going to require a little bit more diligent planning and there's going to be a little bit more storytelling, but I think it's doable. I'm basically trying to make a movie out of my normal life, but make it look like a movie, like literally like a movie. But also like a combination of that raw vlog style. And I might turn it into certain themes, maybe. Yeah, and if you guys look back at this video, how I'm talking about it, I think you guys will start seeing like, whoa, I see what it means. So it's gonna be cool. I'm excited. 4 sets of barbell hip thrusters, hoping between 4 to 8, focusing on more heavy hamstring movements today. Let's do it. Do this. I did 12. Yeah, I don't think I can do like heavy. Because if I increase, I feel like I won't. Like I'm contemplating to see, I could probably increase it, But if I hit these maybe out of 25 on each side, I may or may not be able to go the full range of motion. And also, if I only do like 4 or 5 reps, I feel like I wouldn't really feel the muscles get tired, but I could be wrong. Felt good though. Whew. Whew. Yeah, that was rough. Uh, yeah, so I just pretty much, thankfully I didn't, thankfully I didn't fully hurt myself completely, but I definitely tweaked my lower disc. And I've just been upset. Yeah, and that's what happens when you try to get ahead of yourself in increasing weight. But it was a big jump. I mean, I did 4 plates and it felt really like smooth and easy. And I did 12. And my ego was like, 12, that's so easy. Like, you for sure can do 50 pounds more, adding a 25 on each side. But even that's such a big jump, where typically you always want to climb by increments of 2.5 or 5 pounds. But I tried to equate it where it's like, wow, if I'm hitting 12 and my goal is to hit only between 4 to 8, like I know if I throw on a 10 on each side, I should still be able to hit 8 or 10. So I just made that a leap of faith of doing 25s on each side. And first rep is just like, by the time I try to get it to the top, I'm just pushing whatever I can to get it up. That's what happens is you lose tension in your lower back and everything just kind of gets loose. And then the weight for it to come back down, it basically kind of compressed my lower back. And I just felt that little like, and I'm like, ooh. And now I basically, and then my mind just went into a very dark space of just like, wow, I can't train legs much anymore. Now I can't do a lot of things and it's going to take a while to heal again. And it's upsetting. I just got really upset with myself just now. But you live and you learn. And that's something that I've gone through injuries like this on and off, and I haven't got injured at all for the past, 5, 6 months. And then now again, it always has to do with really heavy weights. That's the ego always wanting to like get back to those heavy weights, which is not necessarily necessary. But yeah, I learned my lesson, and now I know like I can't just be jumping, throwing weights like nothing. And now I have to pretty much modify all my leg days doing only machine work and allow my lower back to heal because, yeah, it's not feeling so great. Like bending over, I can't really bend over too well. I can feel like that pain. That's a little rough. Yeah, so that's that. Well, we're gonna move on from here to, and I'm supposed to do Romanian deadlifts. Can't do that. So I'm just gonna be doing leg extensions and hamstring curls. Just do a lot of leg machine work. To be honest, probably gonna be doing a lot of ab and core work too. Let's do it. All right. I'm going to try doing the hamstring curls, laying hamstring curls. There's still, let me restart. So we're doing seated hamstring curls. This is the only thing that I can feel that doesn't mess with my lower back right now. The laying hamstring curls that I was trying to do, when you bring the disc, your legs back, I could feel it connect to my lower back, and it kind of tugs on the disc. So trying to find all the machines that I can do to avoid using my lower back, and that's how you work through injuries, and that's the reality of it. Shit can happen, and I wasn't as you know precautious on how heavy that weight can be, how much of a difference 5, 10, 20 to 25 pounds can make, can really change your entire lift, where it's like it's too heavy that you can't handle it and you try to push through it. That's where injuries happen. Um, for now, I'm hoping that I can heal within 2 to 3 weeks and I'll be able to get back to my normal routine. But for now, we just got to play with the cards that we're dealt with and to push through. I'm going to try to go heavy on these, hopefully for 8 to 12. Uh, uh, eh, 9, uh, uh, 11. Uh, 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 Injuries are no joke. I can start to feel a little bit on this machine, but you know, yeah, today's workout definitely lost the focus and just honestly going through the motions. I'm trying to put as much effort as I can, but I don't feel much stimulus because compound movements like lunges, hip thrusters. Those are the movements that I really can feel it destroy my legs. It's usually what I do in the beginning, and then machine work to kind of finish it off. But like it doesn't feel challenging to me because I can't go really heavy because once it gets too heavy, the disc starts getting involved. So I'm doing more slow, controlled. Even towards the end, it starts my leg starts to fatigue, and then that's when I can start feeling like the lower back kicks in. Then again, just got to keep it going. I can see your body moving. Even the signs of my life. Uh, uh. Yes, no, I listen. All right. 11, 12. Yeah. Uh, uh, uh. Uh, 20. Woo. Whoa. Pretty light. I'm gonna increase it to 43. Man, I haven't had a injury in a long time, to be honest. And again, it's the injuries always catch me by surprise, where we try to do everything perfect, but one thing I've noticed is most injury comes from doing a weight that your body can handle, in which I thought I could have handled it, but I didn't. I got a little too ahead of myself where I jumped 50 pounds. That's just way too much. So I ended up what I should have done, because I did 4 plates for 12 reps. I wanted to do heavy hamstring curls. I should have done just adding a 5 or a 10. And that much of a change is actually going to be, especially for hip thrusters. I should have decreased that weight. Yep. Did a lower weight than throwing 50 pounds on top, and I couldn't thrust all the way, and so you just kind of throw it up and just try to get it up, and that's when the load is so heavy coming back down when you just maybe push it up. And I'm in this like weak vulnerable spot where I'm not tight, then the load goes into my lower back, and that's what happened. It's a cloudy day. It's been raining. No one's out here because it's freaking cold. But man, yeah, this lower back is rough. But just gotta fight through it and make sure it works good. And make sure I'm doing more warm-ups and whatnot to get things healed faster. So I get that going. But it's okay. It's not the end of the world. Just a little bit of a setback, but you gotta push through. No worries. Make it happen. Yep. 8, 9. Oh. 10. They're heavy.